Amy? What? Come out here and let me see it. It's my wedding. I get to see the bridesmaids' dresses. Did you leave your curds and whey in the dressing room?
I don't care what Jillian says. I'm not wearing this dress.
I'm sorry, I'm late. There's a flu going around and the waiting room was swamped. Amy, you look gorgeous. And it doesn't even need any alterations.
Jillian, honey, I am not altogether positive about the dress. It looks a little...
What?
Poofy.
Oh, you just have to imagine them lined up at the front of the church.
I am imagining that.
How many bridesmaids are there?
5.
2. 5? Well, who are the other 3?
My friends Sarah, Tamara, and Liz.
I don't know them.
Oh, you will by the wedding. They're coming to the bridesmaids' luncheon.
Bridesmaids are supposed to be friends of the bride.
All her friends are men. She's chased away all the women.
Jillian, I don't want strangers at my wedding, or people I've met once.
Well, then you're going to have to go out and make 3 new friends in size 8, 10, and 4 petite. You have 5 groomsmen. You have to have 5 bridesmaids.
Says who?
The wedding rules.
What wedding rules?
The ones everyone knows.
Jillian, I'm sorry, but Muffy and Fluffy and Bluffy are not going to be my bridesmaids, and this is not going to be the bridesmaids' dresses, no matter how many of them there are.
Maxine, you act like this wedding is about you. A wedding is not about the people getting married. A wedding it's about bigger things. It's a celebration of love and marriage and family and tradition and it has to have color and pageantry and spectacle. And it has to have more than 2 bridesmaids in those dresses. I'll be in the shoe department.
She's...
Hi, it's Judge Gray, returning your call, returning my call, returning your call. Tag, you're it.
Had to go ballistic.
Sean?
Was there something scheduled I forgot about?
I'm sorry, Judge Gray. I needed a quiet place to interview Bruce.
Interview Bruce? For what?
Her webpage.
You have a website?
It's a blog, actually. It's kind of like a journal. Only...
Do I want to know this?
It's a way to let more people into my mind. I'm doing a series on successful single parenting.
Let's get you started.
Well, you didn't ask to interview me.
Well, of course, you're the poster mom of successful single parenting. I just thought that whole nasty custody trial thing with your ex and the thing with the babysitter, murdering the stalker, which in no way was your fault.
Okay, Donna, I get it.
Yeah, besides, you don't want me, Eric.
I get it, Donna. Coffee?
No thanks. I gave it up. Oh, right. I'll be right back.
Well, you think I'm a successful single parent, don't you?
Right now, I think you're a very busy judge.
Hey, I used to know all the words to Goodnight Moon.
Maxine Gray, you're calling about the what? What doves? Oh, for pity's sake. Yeah, is there any way that we could avoid the doves? I mean, do they actually have to fly off into the sunset? Couldn't we use them in some other capacity? For instance, we could serve them at the reception. Birds are a symbol of peace. Oh, get a sense of humor.
Guy told me to see Maxine Gray.
That would be me. How can I help you?
I'm hoping you can tell me what the hell's going on.
Well, the stock market is pathetic, but I understand the new Harry Potter book will have 14,000 pages.
Court gave my ex-wife Brenda custody of our daughter on the condition that she had to be drug tested once a week, and you guys are supposed to be monitoring her.
What is her last name?
Barrett. Brenda Barrett.
I know her. She comes in every Friday afternoon.
The clinic is telling you she's clean?
The lab report is confidential, but if there had been a problem, someone would have notified you.
Is this a problem? The other night I went over to pick up Lizzie, and Brenda was passed out on the couch. I couldn't even wake her up to tell her that I was taking Lizzie.
You sure she wasn't drinking?
What? It's okay if she's passed out from drinking?
No, it's just that would not have shown up on her lab test.
I used to be a cop. I've seen every drug addict in the book. You line up a dozen, I could tell you what everybody was on. She wasn't drunk. She's a crackhead. And if you people were doing your damn job, then you know that.
I'll see what I can find out.
Yeah, if it's not too much trouble.
In the matter of 7-year-old Corey Sinkler, DCF removed Corey from his home with an OTC, has filed an abuse and neglect petition. DCF is present. All parties present. Miss Bonham?
Your Honor, DCF removed Corey Sinkler from his home after his teacher observed him to be high at school. Upon questioning, he admitted to having stolen a marijuana cigarette from his parents. He also shared the marijuana with a friend who happens to suffer from an immune deficiency disorder and had a reaction that landed him in the hospital. Civil charges have been filed by that boy's parents, and the state is seeking to sever custody.
Mr. Hearn.
That is all accurate, Your Honor. However, my clients have a different take on the situation, and they would like to be heard.
His clients are hemp activists, Your Honor.
Objection.
Mr. Sinkler?
My wife and I are activists for the legalization of cannabis. It's not the same thing.
So you don't deny that your son stole pot from you, took it to school, and got high with a friend?
I don't deny that you see it that way.
Your Honor, my clients have a complex view of the situation, and they would like, in fact, they would welcome the chance to be heard on this matter.
Then I will hear them. When will I hear them, Mr. Van Exel?
Tomorrow at 10:15.
Tomorrow, 10:15.
She says it's not a pig, it's a duck. He says, I was talking to the duck. You know, it's a good thing I'm not on maternity. My delivery must suck. You should have seen the first show. I killed.
Take the new admit in the ER.
What's he showing?
Fever, chills, severe abdominal pain. I'm guessing fecal impaction.
Something stuck up his end.
So Laura comes out of the bathroom with like 15 coats of lipstick on. Like, I'm not gonna notice. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm making a compilation of useless facts for my blog. You know, little known useless facts. Like when ants are intoxicated, they always fall over on their right side.
These are scientists with way too much time on their hands.
I had 76 hits yesterday.
Only 76 people are gonna read this?
She doesn't get it.
I know.
You don't think it's silly to go to all this trouble to tell 76 people what happens to drunk ants?
You're missing the point. Blogs are democracy in action. It's the first time we've ever really had a free press.
Amy?
Hi.
Hi.
We were just leaving.
Oh, yeah, hi, Steve.
Bruce? Donna? Hey, Donna, I love the blog. I didn't mean to run them off. Well, I did. I just didn't mean for it to be so obvious. Look, we agreed that when the trial was over.
Yes.
So I'd like to take you to dinner. Someplace classy, romantic, with a martini menu and a snobby maitre d'.
Yes.
How's tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night's fine.
Great. Can we say out loud that this dinner is the official rekindling of whatever was going on before I lost my mind and went to Sri Lanka?
Consider it officially said out loud.
Excellent. Enjoy your lunch.
Maxine, I'm peeing in a cup every time I turn around. I mean, what more can I do?
You've done everything the court asked and more, Brenda. I know that. But an allegation has been made, and I have to check it out.
An allegation? Oh, gee, I wonder who made it. Probably wasn't my boss, where I show up every day on time and do the work of 3 people. It probably wasn't anyone from my NA meetings. Could have been my vindictive ex-husband by any chance?
Obviously, it's your word against his.
Why isn't it his word against my lab tests?
He insists that he came by to pick up his daughter the other night, and you were passed out on the sofa.
Oh, Maxine, look, Jack has been trying to take Lizzie away from me ever since we split up. First, he tried bargaining. When that didn't work, he tried intimidation. He's tried threats. He's tried bribery. And now he's trying this.
I'm surprised to hear all that. He told me he used to be a police officer.
Yeah, Did he tell you he got kicked off? He got caught planting evidence on a suspect. That's who he is, Maxine. Anything to get what he wants. Even if it's a flat-out lie. I gotta go.
Lauren, come on. Come on. What are you doing? We have to go.
I told Taylor I'd bring some Pirates booty.
Well, explain to Taylor that you didn't have time.
Mother, I promise.
Well, explain to Taylor that you're untrustworthy. We have to go.
Has anyone seen my fake sugar in the annoying little pink bags?
Oh, don't look now, Mom. Guess he's coming.
Winnie the Pooh.
Jillian the wedding fairy.
Oh, dear God. Can't I have 3 sips of decaf first?
Lauren, let's go before I'm covered in tulle again. Oh, hi.
What's tulle?
Oh, we gotta go.
Maxine, you're never gonna believe it. I got St. Bart's.
Well, I hope it's not contagious.
St. Bartholomew's on Lake. It's practically a cathedral. They were booked solid for 2 years. And then suddenly today I get a call that a couple backed out and our date is open. Can you believe it?
Well, it sounds lovely, dear.
It was more than lovely. Don't you see? It's like a miracle.
Jillian, perhaps it's someone else's miracle. I don't want to get married in a huge church. I've only invited 20 people.
Actually, you've invited 1,500.
What?
Charles gave me Jared's Christmas card list.
Oh, Jillian.
Well, Maxine, you can't have some dinky wedding in a tiny little church. The press is going to be there. A guy from Newsweek is coming.
Oh.
Whoa! You see, even my little peanut was impressed with that.
Jillian, I think that we should sit down and have a talk about this wedding.
That's a great idea. We still have a zillion things to go over. But right now, I have to go to the church and talk to the wedding coordinator. You just relax, Maxine. Everything is falling into place. There are miracles all around us.
We were disappointed in Corey, of course, when we got the call from his teacher.
Disappointed. That's all?
It's not like Corey to sneak around and steal from us.
And then there's this small matter of the law,
We object to the law.
and therefore you feel entitled to break it.
People get caught speeding. No one tries to take their kids away. And the kids are in a lot more danger in a speeding car than they'll ever be from a couple of tokes.
So it doesn't bother you to know that your 7-year-old son smoked pot at school?
Like I said, we were disappointed. We were planning on introducing him to it when he was older. And not casually, something ceremonial. Like maybe when he was 13.
Like a pot mitzvah?
That's good.
Excuse me. The child who went to the hospital wouldn't find that very funny. No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Sinclair, you and your wife have spent a lot of time studying, educating yourselves on the subject of cannabis?
Enough to know that it's less toxic to the body than alcohol. Enough to know that the government spends $19 billion every year to keep drugs off the street, doesn't have any luck, and then whines about not having enough money to educate the children.
Had you shared any of this information with Corey?
No, he's a little boy. Like I said, we were waiting until he was older.
So basically, he snuck around, took the marijuana without your knowledge, and all you're really guilty of is not finding a good enough hiding place.
Objection, Your Honor.
Grounds.
Gee, I don't know. The law?
Miss Bonham, we all know the law. Let Mr. Hearn make his point.
May I make a point? Everybody's up in the air because our kid got his hands on drugs. Well, whose kids aren't on drugs these days? They're on antidepressants and stimulants and Visceral and Thatazine. They're taking all this crap that somebody made in a chemistry set, and nobody knows what this is going to do to them down the line. And what about adults? Every time you turn on the TV, there's direct marketing for every drug known to man. Grow your hair back, enlarge your penis, calm your nerves, get rid of your arthritis, give me a break. Then you try to take our kid away because he was on drugs. Well, who the hell isn't on drugs?
need you.
That's what all the beautiful blonde women say.
Patient in 115 is projectile vomiting.
And I'm the only one who can deal with that? Me, the guy who spent yesterday morning with a fecal impaction?
You're right. I'll ask Heather to do it. Oops, I can't do that. She doesn't work here anymore.
And that's my fault?
Kyle, I'm not your sponsor. I'm your boss. Go to work.
There are a lot of ways to cheat on a drug test, but none of them happen here. We take every precaution.
What are some of the ways? For when I have to check in another clinic.
They get urine from someone else and sneak it in. I had one woman sneak it in a soda can.
Do you recognize the name Brenda Barrett?
Brenda, yeah, she's here Thursdays, 3:30 sharp. You can set your watch by her.
Have you ever noticed her doing anything contrary to your procedures?
Brenda, no way. She's our favorite patient. She's polite, she's friendly, always asks about our kids. She just brightens up our day. Let's face it, we don't get a lot of success stories.
Well, thank you for your help.
I don't know how I help, but I sure don't have anything bad to say about Brenda. We love her and Lizzie, we really do.
Does Brenda bring Lizzie here?
Every week. And she's as cute and as polite as can be.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
Corey, had your parents ever talked to you about marijuana?
No, but I listened when they were talking to other people.
And that's where you learned about it?
Yes,
What did you learn?
it was good for people who had cancer. It made regular people happy and more creative.
Can you tell me a little bit of what life is like in your house? Just a typical day.
My mom wakes me up and makes breakfast and takes me to school. After school, I have soccer practice and my parents come to that. Then we get stuff for dinner. And after dinner, I do my homework and my dad checks it. If there's time, we play chess. He's teaching me.
Are your parents ever unable to take care of you?
One time, my mom had the flu and she threw up 7 times.
But on a daily basis, do you ever feel like they're not there when you need them? What's wrong?
I didn't know it would make Jeremy have to go to the hospital. My mom always says it can't hurt you. And Jeremy's always sick, so I figured it was good for people who had cancer.
Honey, Jeremy's fine. He's home now.
I didn't know it hurt him.
Honey, Your Honor.
You may step down, Corey.
Wow. I know you don't have to work hard to look like this, so I don't feel too bad.
About what? Oh, I've seen this on TV. Means I get to come back next week.
I want to take you to my favorite restaurant, and I want this specific table and this bottle of wine that they have to order and this particular waiter. Now, it turns out he went back to Italy, but we can get everything else. Just not until tomorrow night. So I changed the reservation. I hope you'll forgive me.
Oh, we're not going out at all tonight?
No. This is the official rekindling. It has to be perfect. You deserve nothing short of perfect.
Okay. Hey.
Bruce?
Stu?
I promise you an evening worth waiting for.
I see you didn't get voted off the island.
Shut up. Wait. What did you want?
Just to say goodnight.
Lizzie, do you know why your mother has to go to the clinic?
Well, she used to be sick, and they have to check to see how she's doing.
And how do they check?
She has to go to the bathroom in a cup.
Do you always go to the clinic with her? How is your mother doing at home? Is she okay at home?
But she does have to rest a lot,
Because of her sickness.
I guess.
Well, I guess that's all the questions I had. Except, is there anything else that you want to tell me about going to the clinic?
Like what?
Oh, well, this is going to sound like a silly question, but does your mommy take her purse when she goes to the bathroom?
No, they won't let her do that. She leaves it in a chair, and I serve it after I get back.
After you get back from what?
Can I go now?
Lizzie, you know I'm very good at keeping secrets. If there's anything you want to talk about.
You're her friend.
Actually, that's not true. I work with your mother, but my job is to be your friend.
We play a trick on the nurses.
What kind of trick?
Well, I go to the bathroom first, and then she goes in and uses my pee-pee instead of hers. That way they'll think she's well, and they won't take me away from her. You won't tell, will you?
No, honey, I won't tell.
Oh, they have a Chateaubriand for two, carved table side. I don't know, you might be interested. It would go quite nicely with our wine. A lovely 1976 Chateau Le Pauillac, a wine that tastes almost as delicious as you smell.
Yes,
You
200K
look
with
so
Mercs. I thought I'd let
beautiful.
them sweat over the weekend.
You're radiant.
They need a quick answer.
You're absolutely radiant.
I'm sorry, excuse me. On the back end of a jackass.
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Throw in a severe if you want the quick answer. Or
I'm
at
sorry,
least
excuse me. Could you have your friend just keep it down?
Why don't you mind your own business?
Well, we're trying to, but his business is drowning out our business.
We're just having a good time.
We're trying to do that too.
So move if you don't like it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I am American. They can't.
No sweat. Sooner or later, their food will come, and he'll have to shut up.
Oh, I know, but people in public on cell phones should not be.
Should not be what?
You know what? I actually wasn't talking to you. And how can you even hear us over blabbermouth?
Give me a break.
You know what? First Amendment. Ever heard of it?
Don't worry about him. He's a bag of wind. He'll cave in like your mama's pound cake.
Mama's
You
pound
watch.
cake.
I asked them to move to another table, but I don't see an empty one.
Exactly. Look, but
Look at
if
her.
you
Look
hear
at us.
anything-
Hey, you know what? Excuse me. You know, this is actually the no smoking section.
Yeah, well, we know the owner.
Well, that doesn't mean you can break the law.
Okay. Is there some problem?
Your date doesn't seem to understand that this is the no smoking section.
Oh. So arrest us, huh? What do you want?
Please, cheers to you. Let's
What did I do?
not let this ruin our evening.
Buonasera, Mr. Collins. Senora, may I tell you about our specials?
Well, I hope you have a special on dry cleaning because our clothes are going to reek by the time we leave here.
Could you just bring us like a sampler of appetizers?
You know what? Actually, I'm serious. Could you ask them to put their cigarettes out?
I have already spoken to them about it. Apparently, they're friends of the owner.
Well, can I talk to him?
He's not here. I will bring you 2 perfect martinis on the house.
You know, I don't want a perfect martini. I would like to breathe.
Hey, psst. Buddy. Yeah, you. What's your problem?
My problem?
Why can't you keep Sister Curly hair under control?
Okay, you know what? Actually, that is incredibly rude to
Mr.
say.
Collins, Mr. Collins, I can seat you at the bar.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Just come right this way. Please, thank you. Right this way.
I don't know why they can't do it.
So
You know,
sorry.
I'm not sure why this would happen.
Mom. Hi. What are you doing here?
Well, I called your house and Jillian said you were here.
Yeah, trying to get caught up. Is anything wrong?
No, we just haven't talked in a while. I had to put some gas in my car, so I thought while I was out, I would drop by, say hello.
Mom,
Yes?
you've got that stiff smile you get when you're lying.
All right. Since you've asked, Jillian is driving me nuts.
She is?
She won't listen to anything I tell her. She doesn't care what kind of wedding I want. She's planning something that would make Charles and Diana's wedding look subtle, and I cannot get her to hear me. Would you please talk to her?
Me?
Well, she might listen to you. You're her husband, and you're an objective bystander, and if all else fails, you can yell at her.
I'll see what I can do, but she's a little crazy right now.
Yes, I noticed that.
So I'm not exactly sure how far I can get with this.
Well, figure it out, Peter. Consider it a wedding present to me.
Okay.
Is everything all right? Peter?
Everything's fine. Terrific. Couldn't be better.
You inherited that same stiff smile. What? What?
There's a chance, apparently a very strong chance that there's something wrong with the baby.
What kind of wrong?
Chromosomal discrepancy, a lot of medical babble that means something is probably very wrong.
But Jillian...
Oh, Jillian's refusing to deal with it. She just keeps saying everything is fine, but I don't know what's going to happen to her when everything isn't fine.
Oh, Peter.
I am so sorry I lost my temper before after you tried to make everything so perfect.
Thank you. It was still perfect.
No.
Amy, it was perfect. I was with you. Yeah.
Hey! Come on over here, we settle this, huh?
Settle what?
See, I told you he was a wimp.
Come on! You started it, now get over here. We finish it.
Wants me to fight?
Just go back to whatever rock you crawled out from under.
What's the matter, huh? You're not man enough to defend your loudmouth girlfriend?
Are you kidding me? Nobody does this anymore, especially not in $800 suits.
Yeah, don't even talk to him. He's an imbecile.
Hey, wait.
Imbecile.
Is that an Isabel Fiore?
What?
You're back. I just love her stuff. You ever seen the one with little hula girl on it?
Answer me this. Who's the imbecile now, huh?
So what hospital did they send the other guy to?
I would have punched him, but it would have required standing up. Ouch! Oh,
I thought you said that was numbed.
This is. He's faking. It's a shameless plea for sympathy.
Dr. McCarty.
Dr. Redeker, meet my cousin Amy and her friend, Stu, who gave up his chin to defend her honor.
You're using the Vicryl.
Is there a reason that I shouldn't?
It's your patient. Nice to meet you.
Is your boss always so warm and personable?
No, she's just trying to impress you. Okay, sit very still. I'm gonna get some tape.
So what about next weekend?
What about it?
Could try again.
Kyle has just finished stitching you up from this date. You want to talk about the next one?
You know, nothing on earth could ruin time spent with you. Ow.
Well, Miss Bonham, you and DCF both know that I'm not going to take a child away from his parents because he found a joint in their closet and took it to school.
Your Honor, a young man.
A boy with immune deficiency problems got dizzy. That's not a bad reaction. That's what happens when you smoke pot. And he didn't land in the hospital. The school nurse sent him to the ER as a precaution. Did you think I wouldn't read the doctor's report? No, Mr. Sinkler, your argument is surprisingly logical. However, it is not the job of the juvenile court to ponder the pros and cons of legalizing marijuana. It is my job to determine the best interests of the child. So here's the deal. Stop smoking pot. You got a kid, you're not in college anymore, move on. If you want to be activists, be activists. But you cannot break the laws that you don't like and teach your child that it's okay to do that. So I'm willing to continue this matter without adjudication on the condition that Mr. and Mrs. Sinkler submit to random drug tests weekly for 6 months. If all those tests come back negative, then I will dismiss the petition without finding neglect. I'm also recommending family counseling. Corey is too young to have fully grasped what has happened, and I don't want to have him scarred for life, thinking he almost killed his best friend. Okay? So that's it. Everybody go home and grow up.
What's with you?
What do you mean?
You've been on my back all week. You give me the grossest jobs you can think of. You criticize everything I do. You made that comment about Heather.
Okay. Maybe I'm a little cranky. Maybe I couldn't afford to lose an intern right now just because you decided to throw a juvenile animal farm party.
Animal House. You're trying to say Animal House. Animal Farm is a book about socialist livestock. That would be a very different party.
You know what I meant.
And you know that it's not my fault that you lost Heather. I didn't even know she was on anything, and me throwing a party is not what inspired her.
Most of us don't think getting high is inspired.
Are you trying to say something to me? I mean, are you accusing me of something?
No. But that sounds like the question of a man with a guilty conscience now that you mention it.
Oh, my conscience is just fine, thank you. So what else is there? I mean, the only other thing I can come up with is that you're jealous.
Of what?
My relationship with Heather.
That's a tad vain, don't you think?
Oh, it's incredibly vain. Unless it's true, then it's perceptive.
I have things to do.
Hi, Brenda. Hi, Lizzie.
It's us. Hi, Brenda and Lizzie. It's me.
Maxine, what are you doing here?
Well, Lizzie was telling me that she gets kind of bored here in the waiting room, so I thought I'd come and take her for a hot chocolate down the street.
Oh, that is so nice, but you don't have to do that.
I want a hot chocolate.
Oh, it's just too close to dinner, sweetie.
Well, how about a balloon, then? I saw some at the pharmacy.
You know, I just want her to stay here, okay?
Well, fine. All right. We'll sit over there and read a book.
Oh, okay. Oh, but you were just saying you had to use the bathroom, remember?
Then I will take her to the one down the hall because I know that you'll be busy in this one here.
Right. Oh, God. You know, I'm sorry. I don't feel well. You know, I think I'm going to come back tomorrow.
Fine, I will too. You may as well go ahead, Brenda, because I'm on to you. Lizzie will be fine. You go ahead.
You know, this is not right.
No, it isn't.
You're going to make her get in trouble.
I know it seems that way, sweetheart. It seems that way, but really, I'm helping her to get well.
You're going to take me away.
Only until your mother is better.
Mommy! Mommy! You said you wouldn't tell. You lied. You lied so you could take me away. Mommy! Mommy!
So, how was your date?
It was fine. Have you talked to Rebecca about drugs?
She has, changing the subject. Yes, I have.
Because I haven't.
I don't want you to talk to Rebecca about drugs.
I mean, I haven't talked to Lauren at all. I thought I still had some time.
These days, nobody has time. So, about your date with Stu Collins?
I thought we weren't going to discuss our personal lives.
I thought you hated that rule.
Okay. Well, he took me to a lovely romantic restaurant. We had a nice time. And then we dropped by St. Mike's so Kyle could give him 11 stitches. You don't want to hear about it.
Oh, I think I did.
Maxine, hi. What are you doing here?
I knew you had this appointment for the fitting. And I just wanted to bring you these.
Oh, they're gorgeous. What are they for?
Well, partly they're because of all the hard work you've done for my wedding. And I'm afraid I haven't been very appreciative. But I suppose it's because I'm a little nervous about the whole ordeal. And then, thinking about that, I realized that I think you're a wonderful daughter-in-law. And I truly love you. And I don't think I've ever told you that before.
Oh, Maxine, that's so sweet. I love you too.
Hey, Noodle. What are you doing?
Reading stuff. Did you know that ants always fall on the right side when they're drunk?
Yes, I actually did know that.
Donna has a whole page about you.
She does. Judge Gray's likes and dislikes, quotes from Judge Gray, Judge Gray's favorite shampoo.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, well, enjoy that, Lauren, because tomorrow Don has to take it down.
Rest well, you weary cynics. Judge Gray is proof through the night that the system still works. What does that mean?
Well, it's a compliment. Hey, Lauren. I actually need to have a talk with you. A serious talk.
About what?
About drugs.
What about him?
They're bad.
I know.
Well, and you're getting older now, and your friends are getting older too. And someday someone might, well, you don't even know exactly when it's going to happen. Well, for all I know, somebody's already
Mom.
tried to.
Only losers do drugs. Besides, we took the drug-free pledge at school. Plus, we had to get up in front of the whole class and tell why we'd never use drugs.
What did you say?
Said because they fry your brain, and my mother would kill me.
You nailed it. Okay. Well, put your computer away and get ready for bed.
Miss Wexler says a lot of people our parents' age did drugs.
Yeah, well, she's got a good point. Put your pajamas on. I'll come back up and say goodnight.
Did you ever do drugs? Did you?
I just told my daughter a big whopping lie. Told her I'd never done drugs. Okay, Ma, now it's your turn.
For what?
To say, oh my God, Amy, what were you thinking? Or to say, honey, I work with children whose mothers burn them with cigarettes and lock them in dark closets for days.
You did the right thing.
We gotta do better than that.
Well, you can't tell Lauren that you did drugs at the same time you're asking her not to. You can't give her permission to kill herself just because you were an idiot.
Well, everybody my age was an idiot. It wasn't just me.
That's not the point. There are some things we have to lie about when children are too young to understand. Later on, you explain the whole thing to her, apologize for lying, and buy her a car.
Buy her a car?
Well, all right, luggage. You know what I'm saying.
Mom, I feel really horrible about this. I don't think I've ever told her a conscious lie before. Not about anything big.
It's not big, Amy.
It's big enough for me to have the big drug conversation with her. They do public service announcements about it. It's got to be big.
When you find a joint in her room, then it will be big.
You're not taking this seriously.
Amy, stop this namby-pamby, ridiculous whining. There are people in the world with real problems.
There may be something wrong with Peter and Jillian's baby.
Something big? Oh my God.
If I could fly away. If I could fly away.
Coming up next on TNT's Prime Time in the Daytime, a teenager suicide reveals a deadly crime. All the drama of Law and Order is next on TNT.
Please. No. Please, please.
No, Stuart. I'm not that kind of person. I don't like it. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, and let's be honest, it's only fun when you're young.
Maybe you haven't done it with the right person.
And you think you're the right person?
I believe I am.
I can't believe I have to confront the situation again in my life.
Amy, it's camping, not surgery.
Well, at least with surgery, I'd have a nice warm bed. It's winter.
It's early spring with a warm front coming. Look, did this date go well?
Yes. No blood.
Do we like each other?
Yes. But here's the thing. I think that, this might be the date.
The date. Oh, the date. Yes.
And is that the way we want the date to happen?
Under the stars with the wind in the trees and the night birds singing?
No, I mean lying on the cold ground with rocks and twigs sticking into our butts.
I have sleeping bags. I have blankets. It's going to be beautiful and so romantic.
You know what? It's the weekend I have with Lauren. I can't miss my time with
I'm
her.
not talking about the weekend. I'm talking about day after tomorrow.
What, weekday?
You play hooky, I play hooky.
I can't do that.
Amy, you've proven yourself to be a responsible, high achiever, model citizen. Now, you need to prove that you know the meaning of spontaneity, that you still have some inner naughtiness.
Oh, I have a lot of inner naughtiness. I can make a nice men blush when it counts.
It's good to know.
Amy, it's after 1 o'clock in the morning. Don't you have to work tomorrow?
Mom!
Oh, well, stir the fire and put up the screen before you turn in.
The defense rests.
I have not told anyone. I've been very good. Not even Amy. Well, everything's all settled. I just had to figure out what to do with my hair. Oh, you would not? Well, I could. It might be kicky, but it might make me look like a prison matron. I bet you say that to all the women you nearly married. Jared, I have to go. Amy just walked in. I will see you soon. Me too.
Tell him I said hi.
Me too. Jared thinks I should cut my hair.
He does?
You are?
Yeah.
You can't go away this weekend.
No, tomorrow. Why? What's this weekend?
Nothing.
Mom?
Okay, you must not tell Jillian. He's flying in this weekend. We're getting married right here in the house. Just simple. Just no fuss.
Oh my God, that's great.
I'm very sorry for everything that Jillian is going through, but I will make it up to her somehow, and that I've waited long enough to marry this man.
I agree.
You do?
Yes, I think it's fabulous. And I won't have to wear that bridesmaid dress, will I?
No. Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh.
That's settled. Where are you going?
Oh, well, Stu was going to take me camping, but I'll blow it off.
Why?
Well, if you're getting married this weekend, I want to be here to help.
No, Amy, that's precisely the point. I want everyone to just go away and then come back when the organ music starts.
There's going to be an organ?
You know what I mean. I don't want any more help. You could use a little vacation. You've had a stressful year, and you seem to like this Stu Collins, even though you felt you needed to sneak him in last night.
Because we thought you were asleep when we got home.
Amy Gray, I think you're a little afraid of making this leap, admitting that you're dating again.
Well, I'm admitting that I'm afraid of camping with the bad food and snakes and crawly things.
And maybe you have little complicated feelings for this man?
You'll be okay with Lauren?
I will be okay with Lauren. I will be okay with everything, because very soon I am getting married to the man I love. I love
And I'll be sleeping in dirt.
You could shift the neglect to here and move the custody to there. Yeah, if you want to. Or not. Yeah, whatever.
Hello.
Morning, Judge Gray. Bruce and I were just noodling over your docket. Or Bruce was noodling. I was co-noodling.
You're pretty heavy on neglect. I'm trying to space it out over a couple days.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I'm taking some time off.
How much time?
A couple days, starting tomorrow. Bad idea?
I'll kick the neglect cases over to Judge Vine and postpone everything else.
Oh. Well, that was easy.
So, where are you going?
Donna.
I'll go do something else.
So, where are you going? I'm your CSO, I have to know.
I'll have my cell phone on.
Okay, then. We're on the 15.
Maxine.
Good morning. Sean, do you think short hair would make me look kicky?
Kinky?
Kicky.
Do you want to look kicky?
I wouldn't mind.
I don't really want to answer hair questions right now. We have a problem.
No, you might have a problem, but nothing on earth can spoil my mood today.
Good, because Ella Pierce is here.
No, I just found a wonderful placement for Ella Pierce.
She's not happy.
Then I shall do my best to convince her that she is. Ella?
Don't even start with me, Maxine, because I am not going back to that place. Those people are crazy.
As crazy as the Whartons and the Fitzgeralds and the Mercers?
Way crazier.
Ella, there's nothing wrong with the Hollanders. We've never had a complaint.
They're working me to death. Washing clothes, unclogging toilets, cleaning up cat vomit.
They're called chores.
Plus, they have this stupid thing called family hour where I am forced to sit and play board games with them and the other slaves they call foster kids.
This is your fourth placement in a year. There's been something wrong with every home you were in. Now, what is the common denominator here?
You don't care about me.
That's right. That's why I've moved heaven and earth to get you into the right home, because of how much I don't care. You've been in this situation for 9 days, Ella. Give it a chance. Not to mention the fact that you have only 6 months before you age out of the system, and then you'll be free to do as you please. In addition to which, if you run away one more time, the judge is going to send you to lockup. Now, doesn't that put cat vomit into perspective?
Well, can you at least get me out of family hour?
I will speak to Edith and Jack, and perhaps we can come to a compromise. Now pick up your things, and I will take you to school, so that you don't have to appear in court on truancy charges, but only because of how much I don't care. Tell me something, Ella. How do you think I'd look with short hair? Why aren't you dressed?
I'm not going.
Not going?
Yeah, Ma, I can't take a couple days off from work. It's too irresponsible. And when I told Bruce and Donna, well, you should have seen how they looked at me.
Well, I'm sure that's what you're going to be thinking about on your deathbed, how people looked at you.
Whose side are you on?
I'm on yours.
You don't even like Stu.
I don't know Stu, apart from the fact that he's a very good lawyer and he likes to swim in the nude, which is more than I know about most people, come to think of it.
You know what? You're just all happy because you're getting married. Now you think everybody should do wonderful and exciting things. Well, I'm not falling for it. No, Mom. I will never ask you another favor as long as I live. How do you take it?
Fine. I told him that you needed a few minutes to get ready. Amy, you owe it to Lauren and everyone who cares about you to make yourself happy.
I do?
Besides, Stu Collins is a decent catch, and who knows how long your looks are going to last. Go. Pack. Good morning, Sean. Oh, you're looking awfully grim. Have you been going over the budget again?
Maxine, you need to brace yourself.
Not Ella Pierce. Tell me she didn't run away.
No.
Charles. Well, what an interesting surprise.
Hi, Flynn, from New York. I got a call from China this morning. I knew it would be on the news. I didn't want you to hear it that way.
Hear what?
It's Dad, Maxine. He didn't show up for work. Someone went to check on him, and they think it was a heart attack.
No. That can't be right. But he's all right. He's all right.
wow. I know you said camping, but this is really camping. You're certainly not going to get into any fistfights around here.
You're gonna love it.
I already do. I mean, look at me, loving it. All this fresh air and space. It's beautiful. It's brisk.
What's this?
Well, that's just the file, so I don't get behind. I'm gonna review them. I'm not even gonna review them. I'm gonna glimpse.
You're not gonna get any service out here.
I'm not? Okay. Cut off from civilization. There's absolutely no electricity?
And no place to bathe.
Wow. Okay. Cut off from civilization and dirty. Well, what did you bring?
Sleeping bags, food, matches, flashlight, harmonica.
You don't have a space heater in there by any chance?
Next best thing. Single malt happy juice.
Maybe we can crack that open right now.
No way. We have a lot to do. We have to put up the tent, gather firewood, make out a little.
I have no circulation in my lips.
I will take care of this.
Okay, all right, just tell me one more time. Why is this better than, say, a 4-star hotel?
Listen.
I don't hear anything.
Listen closer. The leaves whispering. The grass is swaying. The birds chattering.
Yeah, that's nice. Am I gonna have to squat behind a tree and stuff?
Okay, let's just go home.
No. I don't need to go home. I just need time to adjust. See, look at me. I'm adjusting already. Woo!
Someone should call Amy.
No, she's on vacation. Let her have this time.
I think she'd want to know.
No, Sean. She'll know soon enough, and let her enjoy herself a little bit.
Here's some fresh tea, Maxine.
Had enough tea, I'll float away. How's Lauren?
She's doing her homework. She seems all right. Shouldn't we call Amy?
We should think about dinner.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
He kept complaining about a backache. They say it starts that way sometimes. I should have told him to go to the doctor, but I was too busy preoccupied with all his stupid wedding plans.
Maxine, I'm just so sorry.
Well, we've run into a problem.
We'll handle it.
What problem?
We'll handle it, Mom.
We can't get his body out of China. It's a bureaucratic nightmare.
She doesn't need to know about this.
Don't talk about me as if I'm not here. Why can't we get his... Or why can't we get him out of there?
It's a communist state. Everything has to go through legions of paperwork.
Well, they can't just keep him over there.
I put in some calls to high places, but this still could take some time.
How long?
We'll handle it.
Weeks. Months.
I tried calling Amy on her cell phone, but I can't get through.
Leave Amy alone.
Mom, you don't have to do the brave thing.
I'm not being brave.
Maxine?
What?
Delivery from Jared Duff.
What?
I got flowers here for the Duff Gray wedding. What do you want them?
I told him not to do that. Jillian, I'm sorry. I should have told you. We were planning to get married this weekend. We were just going to sneak and do it.
It doesn't matter. Just take them away.
Take them away. I got 6 arrangements in the truck.
Just take them away. Get them out of here.
Here's the situation. The groom is dead. There's not going to be weddings, so just take the flowers away.
No, I'll leave them, please. It would be nice to have the flowers. Just please leave them.
That smells delicious. I don't even really know what it is.
Well, this evening's al fresco feast consists of applewood smoked sausage. And we got potatoes and corn in the foil.
It's impressive.
As impressive as my musicianship.
No, that was great too. I don't think I've ever heard Purple Haze played on a harmonica before.
You having a good time?
I like you a lot.
But you hate camping.
I like you a whole lot.
I like you a whole lot. You know, the potatoes take an incredibly long time to cook.
Really?
Are you nervous?
No.
Me too. Amy, if you'd rather wait.
Until we have a bet?
I was gonna say until after dinner. Hi.
Mommy, wake up.
Amy, you're back.
It's all okay.
What are you talking about?
He's here.
Who? Jared?
She doesn't want to see anybody.
You cannot go in there.
Watch me. I mean it. You really have to leave.
You didn't talk to them, did you? You said you would, but you didn't.
What's happened?
They're not letting me go to a party this weekend. They're keeping me home to do yard work. And now they've started something called video night.
Ella, I cannot speak with you right now.
I told her that, Maxine, but she just barged right in.
I cannot cut it there. You get me out of that place.
Not now, Ella.
You said you care. Well, prove it.
You have to leave.
Not until you get on that phone and find me another placement.
If I pick up that phone, it will be to call the police and tell them to arrest you for trespassing. And then I will call a judge and request that you be removed directly to a group home. And then I will write a report stating that you are an incorrigible and that the system should disregard you the same way you disregard other people. You ungrateful, horrible girl. Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. Do not follow me.
my God. Did you go into town for a latte?
I did.
You are a wonderful man. See? You do have a taste for the good life. What's wrong?
Picked up a paper.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We have to go.
I know.
It's been quiet for a couple of hours, but she was up all night. We heard her moving around.
She wouldn't let anybody talk to her, wouldn't eat anything.
She wouldn't even let me say goodnight, except through the door.
Gotta give Grandma a little space, sweetheart.
I wrote her a poem about Jared. It's a haiku.
Maybe we can save that for later.
Meanwhile, Peter and Charles are trying to plan something, but it's impossible, not knowing when we can get him out.
I could make some calls. I play poker with a U.S. attorney.
Charles has friends in the White House. It doesn't seem to matter.
Hello, everyone. I see someone couldn't resist calling Amy. Hello, Stuart. I told them not to bother you.
I am so sorry.
Yes, me too. I was camping. Amy never was the outdoorsy type. Did she, hold up all right?
It was fine. Mrs. Gray, my condolences.
Yes, thank you. Did we get the paper today? No hiding the obituary from me.
Let me make you some breakfast, Maxine.
No, I'm not hungry.
How about some tea?
I'm not thirsty.
Mom, you have to have something.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to work. I can't function with everybody fussing over me. It doesn't help. And since I can't really go to work, I would like to be comfortable in my own home. Why aren't you at work, Kyle?
I took the day off.
Was that a good idea?
Well, they understood. Even interns get to have a death in the family. I'm sorry.
I think I'll go see what the boys are doing.
Driving center is very nice.
Hey, it's not your father stuck in some freezer in Beijing.
Any progress?
We think so, don't we, Charles?
Who knows? While you're here, Maxine, can we address a couple of things? I'm sure that Maxine doesn't want to be left out of the plans, Peter. We might as well go ahead and pick out the casket.
Charles?
Do you have any strong opinions? Do you want to go with me?
No, I can't say I do.
Hey, Mom, why don't you go to the kitchen and have some tea?
I don't want any tea.
Charles and I have a lot of business to do.
Peter, I think Maxine is mature enough to hear some of this. But Peter's been helping me go through the numbers in his will. It's very complicated, and I'm sure you realize since you weren't married, he hadn't really made any provisions for you. Except for that diner he left you in an impromptu document. I don't know how legally binding that is, but I'm not going to fight you on it. However, I want you to know that I intend to do the right thing by you. I feel we can arrive at some sort of settlement.
Charles, shut up.
I know she's upset. I'm upset, but we have to address these things.
I don't want any money, Charles.
Now, don't be a martyr. I said we could come to an agreement, and we will. My father was fond of you, and I respect that.
If you don't shut up, I'm going to slug you.
Peter.
Slug me? Don't be ridiculous. I don't want to insult anybody, but this is the way I am. Okay, plain spoken, like my father.
You're nothing like your father. He listened to people. He knew what was important. He made sacrifices. Why do you think he was even in China to begin with, Charles? He was picking up the mess that you left over there. He was worried sick. He felt guilty. He was stressed out cleaning up the debris of your life, and you didn't even apologize, let alone offer to help. You bailed on him, Charles. You're the reason that he's stuck in a freezer because you are the one who...
Go ahead. Say it.
Mom?
Let her go.
Mom?
Nice try.
That was out.
Ready? I'm serving.
Hey, Maxine, get in the game.
No, thank you. I want to borrow Ella for a little while.
Is she in trouble?
No, she's not.
I have nothing to say to her.
I know that, Ella, but I have a lot to say to you. Beginning with I'm sorry. And I'd like you to take a ride with me.
Do I have to?
Yes, I believe you do.
Yep. Yes, I'm still holding.
Now, hand me that eggplant.
Oh, you're so nice to help out, Donna.
Oh, somebody dies, I have to cook. It's the Italian in me. I'm not Italian. When somebody dies, I start making things up. I hate death. I'm so afraid I'm gonna say the wrong thing. Have I said the wrong thing?
We're doing fine.
I've chopped the onions when anyone wants them.
Thanks, Stu. Ella, you want to help?
I don't even know why I'm here.
Neither do we, but you might as well help.
I'm supposed to sit here and stay quiet.
Oh, she always says that. Here.
Still holding. For the ambassador. No, the American ambassador. Oh, great. Never mind. All that time I was on hold for the Norwegian ambassador. That's a power position. I am gonna have to go over there. We're never gonna get that body out of China.
Would you please stop talking that way?
What way?
Like you're discussing a sports car. This is the man my mother loved.
Hey, Peter, this just in. I've lost my father.
You two, stop bickering.
She won't open the door. I've been banging on it for half an hour.
Did she at least yell at you?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Do you know if I'm supposed to spend the night?
I have no idea. Where's Kyle?
He's outside smoking.
Great. Peter, what should we do about Mom?
Leave her alone.
It's brilliant.
Maybe it's what she wants. People grieve in different ways.
Have you been rehearsing that, or did that just come to you? Sorry. Where are you going?
Going online to make airline reservations.
What?
He has to go to China.
You can't go to China now.
Somebody's got to wrangle the body.
For God's sake.
Who died anyway?
Will someone take this, please?
Peter, if you tell me one more time how to talk about my own father.
Judge Gray, eggplant parmesan.
You have the sensitivity of a Brillo pad.
Keep your voices down.
God, everybody, shut up!
You know what? Do whatever you want. I haven't cried yet.
Me either. However, I'm on my 57th cigarette.
My boyfriend's mad at me because I was mean to him.
I accidentally got my girlfriend kicked out of medical school.
Oh, God, I hate this so much. Is that coffee? Can I have a sip? Kyle.
Amy, it's my business.
Jeez, Kyle, as if we don't have enough to deal with.
Alcohol wasn't my problem.
That's a load of crap, and you know
For
it.
the last time, this is my business.
You incredible ass!
Excuse me. I need the two of you. We're going to take a little trip.
Well, everybody, have a seat. Goldie, you may start serving at will.
Whatever you say, boss.
I've ordered toasted cheese sandwiches and milkshakes for everyone. The lactose intolerant can just skip it. As most of you know, this is where Jared and I met, and I feel that it's the right place for his memorial. There have been We've been distracted by a lot of talk about grief and caskets and retrieving the body. But I don't want to talk about any of that here. I want to talk about Jared. And so I would like to begin by opening the floor to anyone who would like to share anything, any thoughts.
I didn't really know Mr. Duff, but I know he loved Maxine. And that tells me a lot. I know he wanted to be part of this family. And I really understand that. I'm sorry he had to leave before any of that could happen.
Thank you, Donna.
He was gracious, and he was up for a good time, and he wasn't afraid of Maxine. I admire that.
He talked to me back when I had nothing but a minimum wage job and a ruined career in medicine. Guy like that treating me as if I mattered. That meant something. I won't forget that.
He always asked about Ned and remembered the stories that I told him. I was looking forward to him being a grandfather to my kids.
I looked up to him. I thought of him as a kind of mentor. I hadn't felt that way about any man since Dad died. It was like a second chance at having a father. I felt he was worthy of you, Mom.
Can I read my haiku? Jared Duff was tall. He smelled like rain in the yard. He laughed at my jokes.
It's hard to have a great man for a father. I disappointed him all over the place. That disappointment might be the reason we're all sitting here. But I loved him. And I was prepared to love all of you too. I hope I can still do that. If I can, I'll be one step closer to the son he wanted.
I loved the look in your eyes when he was around. I loved the way he made you laugh. And I'm sad because I don't know if I'll ever hear that laugh again. After you'd been dating just a little while, he called me at work and he asked me what your favorite flower was, and I told him red roses. And that's when he started sending them to you. I guess it was his way of letting me in. Of letting me into the love that he had for you. I wish I could thank him. I wish I could thank him now.
I wanted to hear this. I especially wanted you to hear this, Ella, because the best thing that I can say about Jared Duff is this. This is how a life should be lived, because the whole ridiculous
journey is just the way we affect one another and so affect the world. Jared believed in adventure, and he knew that life was risky and that to fall in love is the biggest risk of all. And no matter how many times I ran from that, he came back. He basically dared me to risk loving him. So I did. And now I'm left to remember a future we don't get to have. Right after I got the news, I was crazy with grief, and I was behaving badly. I wanted to spread my pain. And then I thought, well, that can't be Jared's legacy. I can't be diminished by having known him. So, all day today, I've been trying to figure out how to go on without him. And I've decided I won't. I've decided to go on with him by becoming the person that he believed I could become. We should probably start over.
Really? Why?
Well, we had 2 disastrous days camping, and then death in the family. And I was mean to you.
I don't care. Not everything about camping was disastrous, was it?
No, not everything. Hold that thought.
That's great. I'm sorry, I just heard.
Coming up next on TNT's Prime Time in the Daytime, Amy becomes concerned with Maxine's response to a sudden death. Judging Amy is next on
Good morning. You must be looking for this. Winky, your interior decorator. I'm responsible for your kitchen. Is Amy around? Amy! Is there something different about you? Come on.
Mom, I am so sorry. I totally forgot. Please tell me we're not redecorating again.
No. I just told Winky that she could come and take some photos for her portfolio, but I scheduled it weeks ago, before. It's fine.
It'll take 20 minutes tops. I mean, it's such a small kitchen.
I can totally reschedule this, really.
Amy, it's fine.
All right, then. I'll just get my stuff. Right back.
So is everything... You all right?
Amy, you have to stop asking me that.
No, I know. I thought I heard...
What?
I thought I heard you talking to yourself last night.
Well, it must have been the television.
It didn't sound like the television. Mrs. O'Donnell, who brought over the potato casserole, she left the number for a grief counselor.
Did you taste her potato casserole?
It's been 2 weeks, Mom, and I just think the way you hold everything in, it's not healthy. You need to talk to someone.
You mean other than myself?
I'm back. Listen, I'm not going to make a big production out of this. One light, a couple of props.
We have our own fruit.
Yes, I saw. Yours looked a little mealy.
Mealy?
She didn't mean that.
Do you mind if I hide your toaster oven? Yours is nearly an antique.
I'm going to go to work.
I think that's a good idea.
I don't know. I'm usually perceptive about this kind of thing. There's something different about you, isn't there?
My fiancé died of a heart attack 2 weeks ago, 48 hours before we were going to be married. Also, I've cut my hair.
Oh, maybe I should.
You know, Amy, I think you're right. I do feel better.
You know, I still say Heather got a raw deal. How's she doing? She bouncing back?
I haven't talked to her in a week or so. I've left her a couple messages, though.
Really? But you two are still...
I'm not having this conversation.
I was just thinking, if you're not, maybe I should call her.
Dr. McCarty?
Dr. Egan, just the person I was looking for. I mean, not right this moment, but I was about to be looking for.
I need the x-rays.
On the girl in the car accident, right here. Severe malar fractures on the left and right cheek, as well as nasal fracturing in 6 different places and a detached left nostril.
What about the orbital blowout?
She's clean.
Good. Put her on my schedule for tomorrow and have her prepped in the morning.
Okay, dude, how'd you land that?
Dr. Redeker asked me to assist.
Yeah, well, first years never get teamed with visiting doctors. You know what this means, don't you? She digs you.
Right. Because it couldn't mean that she read my med school transcript and saw that I had a year of plastic surgery training. This is wrong. There should be a photo in here.
Photo of your patient?
Well, how are we supposed to put the girl's face back together if we don't know what it looked like in the first place?
Good point.
And a pretty hard point to miss if you know anything about plastic surgery.
So what do you think? Should I call Heather?
Did you ask the caller what kind of danger the child is in?
I told you. All she said was that there's a kid living in some warehouse off Dexter Ave, and she thinks he's in trouble or something.
Or something? Are those her words or yours?
Maxine, I know you've been through a rough time, and I'm sorry about Jared.
Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate it.
But you've been gone for 2 weeks, and the rest of us have been picking up the slack, and you don't get to come back and challenge me like that in front of everyone.
What was that?
That was Kimberly trying to be sympathetic.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks. How you doing?
Well, other than everyone asks me how I'm doing,
I think I know the answer to this question, but I have to ask.
Sean, I need to be back at work. Please do not suggest that I take any more time off.
Okay. Just try and take it easy today, all right? And if you change your mind and you think you want to...
Sean.
Have I told you how much I like the hair?
Well, I'm trying to get used to it.
It's a petition to modify custody. Mr. Moran is seeking sole legal custody of his 14-year-old daughter, Megan.
Have we attempted mediation?
They have, Your Honor, and it was not a success.
Failed miserably.
My client's case is straightforward. He wants the right to remove his daughter from Rockwater Academy, a boarding school that is causing Megan irreparable harm.
Oh, that's a load of... Mrs. Moran, don't finish that sentence. Thank you. Mr. Moran, you're alleging that Megan is being abused in some way at the school?
School? That place isn't a school. It's a fat farm with blackboards.
Oh, my God. Here we go. His parents sent him to a fat camp one summer when he was 10, and we all have to pay for it for the rest of our lives.
Okay, but the issue here is that Mrs. Moran sent Megan to a school that Mr. Moran does not approve of. Is that correct?
Yes.
No.
Counsel, what are the terms regarding schools according to the existing custody agreement?
No terms were stipulated, Your Honor. They left it open with the understanding they'd work it out between themselves.
And yet, here we are.
We had an oral agreement that my daughter would not be sent to any school that the other disapproved of, let alone some psycho fat farm cult.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Yeah, we're all going to rest our case. I'm going to hear testimony in this matter. Go ahead, Mr. Van Exel.
Later today at noon.
Later today at noon, and let's all be in better moods by then.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Diaz. Almost done. So how you feeling?
Okay, I guess. Probably better than I look, right?
That's temporary. Remember that. We're gonna operate tomorrow. I'm gonna need a photo of Anna.
A photo like a snapshot?
As big as you can find.
We took a pretty good prom photo. I have an A10 at home. I can have my brother bring it by.
Perfect.
I can look like that again. You promise?
I do.
Mira, sí. El doctor es buena gente. No te preocupes.
I'm telling you, Connor is fine. Now, would you please get the hell out of here?
I'm not going anywhere until I've seen him, but I do appreciate your saying please.
You know, just because you flash some fascist government badge in my face doesn't mean I have to let you in.
Actually, it does. If you don't let me in, the next fascist badge you will see will belong to a police officer. And now, let me in, please.
There he is. You satisfied?
No, I am not. Is this your apartment?
I don't believe in private property, so that question really doesn't mean anything to me. You've seen Connor. He's fine. Now you can leave. Don't go over there. It took me forever to get him to sleep.
How did you get him to sleep?
He just went.
You gave him a beer?
No.
I have a very good sense of smell, and I clearly smell beer.
I just gave him a little, maybe 3 drops to help him sleep.
What is your name?
I don't have to tell you anything. What are you doing?
I'm taking Connor out of your custody.
Put him down!
Here's my card. If you want to talk to me about what you have to do in order to get your son back.
He's not my... Put him down. He's not my son. I just babysit him while his mom works.
And where is that? Where does his mother work?
Why should I tell you?
Because I can have you arrested. Because you are facing child endangerment charges. Because it is in your best interest to cooperate with me right now.
Okay. Her name is Brittany, and I have her cell number in the bedroom.
That would be a start. You all right? Yeah. I'm the one who's losing my mind. You'll be all right.
You see?
Megan was a good student at her old school. She had interests. She was a top-notch violinist with the orchestra. And the number of books she read, unassigned books, was staggering.
That's because she had no friends. She hid in a corner with her books.
Mrs. Moran, it's your husband's turn to speak.
The academic program at Rockwater Academy is bottom rung. Ask the administrators, they'll admit that. And there's no music program at all.
Technically, that's not correct, Your Honor. The school does have a music program.
A box of harmonicas and a reel-to-reel tape recorder is not a music program.
Do you see? He's got some wacko pipe dream that Megan's gonna be on stage at Carnegie Hall or something. Meanwhile, he refuses to see what her life is really like, what her weight is doing to her future.
Your Honor, my client supports his daughter 100% in her weight loss efforts. His problem is with this boarding school as a solution.
Mrs. Moran, I'm interested to know why you felt it was necessary to take such a radical step.
Look, Your Honor, I've put Megan on a ton of different at-home diets, but trying to get her to stick to them, every dinner ended up in a huge fight. So finally, I gave up. Which is why I was surprised when she came up with the idea of going to Rockwater Academy.
It was Megan's idea to go to this school?
Your Honor, just because it was Megan's idea doesn't make it a good one.
Mr. Stein, I'm not going to tell you how to handle your case, but I would be interested in hearing from a representative from Megan's school.
Your Honor, the principal and at least a half a dozen administrators from Rockwater Academy are willing to testify.
I think one will be fine.
Does anyone know the password for the new database program? Does anyone know why we have a new database program?
Sorry, while you were gone, Kimberly.
Kimberly what? Decided the old system worked too well and it needed to be more complicated?
What'd the doctor say?
Connor's in good health, a little dehydrated, emotionally distraught. He keeps asking where his mother is, which is something I would like to know as well.
He's sleeping in office, my bet. Okay, you're in. The new password's spurious. Which we can change. So it's Connor with two N's, right?
He's between 2 and 3, Caucasian. Mother's name is supposedly Brittany.
Okay. All right, here we go. Connor Johnston, Caucasian, born March 3rd, 2000. And the birth mother is Brittany Marie Johnston.
Brittany, are you sure?
That's what it says right here. Why?
I placed a Brittany Johnston in foster care maybe 10 years ago. Can't be the same girl.
It's possible.
So what do you think? Pretty good shot of her if you don't mind the cheesy clouds in the background. Do you want me to try to enlarge it, or do you think this one is all right?
I never asked for a photo, Dr. McCarty.
What? You can't do a rhinoplasty without a visual aid.
I never said anything about doing a rhinoplasty. I'm doing a malar, nasal fracture reduction. That's it.
Wait, Dr. Egan, that can't be it. This girl's nose and cheekbones are completely shattered. She needs full-fledged reconstruction.
And if she were coming into my private practice, that's what I'd be doing. But I have back-to-back appointments in my West Hartford office, not to mention 5 surgeries scheduled here. I don't have time for a 4-hour operation.
You don't have time? Is that how you're going to explain that for the rest of her life her face will look like the back of the bus that hit her because you don't have time?
I don't have to explain anything to her, or to a first-year resident.
Wow, so I think I get it. We say we're a county hospital, we treat the poor and uninsured, but what we really mean is that it's kind of a hobby, and we'll do it as long as it doesn't get in the way of our real job.
My real job is what allows me to treat the poor and the uninsured. The 4 hours I spend on that girl in there are 4 hours I take from somebody else. You want to save the world? Good for you. Why don't you start by finding me another resident to assist? Because we're done working together.
That could have gone better.
Could call that number. Excuse me. I'm Maxine Gray with the Department of Children and Families. I'm looking for a Brittany Johnston. Go ahead, look. Well, I was hoping that you might help me. I understand that she lives in this neighborhood. I'm going to give you my card, and if you happen to run into Miss Johnson, I would appreciate you calling me at that number.
Hold on. $20 and I might be able to hook you up.
I work for a city agency. We don't pay for information.
Well, I work for myself. Only thing I do for free is my girlfriend. Yo, Britt!
The end is near.
You remember me? It's good to see you, although I very much wish I weren't seeing you here.
What do you want? You got nothing to do with me. Some other lady's been on my case for years.
I'm here representing your son, Connor.
What do you know about Connor?
DCF took temporary custody of Connor this morning.
What?
I found him in a condemned apartment, along with his babysitter, a young woman with clear sobriety issues. He was sleeping off the beer she gave him.
You're a liar. Summer wouldn't do that.
Brittany.
Look, Summer's my friend. She wouldn't do that. I don't believe you.
Brittany? Come back here. Come back here.
Each student has what we call a lifestyle advisor, like a guidance counselor. Megan is one of my advisees. We meet several times a week.
In what areas do you advise Megan?
I'm a licensed nutritionist, and I've also been trained in behavior modification. We discuss eating habits, diet, physical education.
Is there a separate advisor for academics?
No, I help out with that stuff too.
That stuff? You mean the stuff that the children are supposed to be learning? Tell me a little bit more about the school itself.
It's a state-of-the-art facility. In the design phase, we had input from physicians and Olympic trainers. For example, all classrooms are a mile hike from the dorm rooms, and all dorm rooms are on the 3rd and 4th floors. Elevators are only used to move furniture and boxes. Students are required to take the stairs.
What I'm curious about is this. In between all the physical training, the hiking, meeting with nutritionists, when does Megan have time to study?
Look, I don't know what you've heard, but our academic program is not only accredited, it meets and in some cases surpasses state requirements.
$12,000 a year. They don't even teach a foreign language.
Every school has its priorities.
And what is the average weight loss per student per year?
Around 40 pounds.
Megan has only lost 9 pounds in 2 years?
Your Honor, different children lose at different rates. Megan has a slow metabolism.
Do you agree?
Honestly, one of my jobs is to search the kids' rooms for hidden junk food. I almost always turn up a stash in Megan's room.
No one's reported this to me.
I've reported it to the administration several times.
Then why haven't I been notified?
Dear Mrs. Moran, as it turns out, we can't do anything to help your daughter after all. Here's a big refund check. You haven't gotten that call. I'm shocked.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help, Mrs. Margolis. And I think next I'd like to hear from Megan.
May I come in?
Just get away from me.
From what I saw, I had no choice but to remove Connor.
Oh, God, is that like in your manual or something? Because it's exactly what you said to me before you ruined my life.
I ruined your life.
You took me away from my family.
Your mother was an addict. She couldn't care for you. Brittany, she couldn't. It was my impression that the situation we found for you was a good one.
It was good for somebody.
But the last I heard, they were moving to adopt you.
Yeah. So they could get social services out of their hair and be free to smack me around and look the other way when my foster brother raped me.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. So really, you know, great job.
Brittany, I'm sorry. I had no idea. You didn't tell me? You didn't tell anyone at DCF?
Tell you? I'm gonna tell you? You're the one who stuck me in that foster home. And now you're doing the same thing to Connor. Oh, what's gonna happen to him? He should be with me.
Brittany, I can't help you. DCF has taken temporary custody of Connor. If you do the right things, a judge will give him back to you.
I don't believe you. Anyway, my life is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do not. You are 18 years old. It's all ahead of you. And what about Connor's life? Brittany, I can't undo what's happened to you. I wish I could. What I can do is promise to help you now. Connor's case will be reviewed tomorrow, and attendance does count, as does demonstrating you are serious about getting help.
So what do I have to do? Go into one of those programs?
That would be a start, yes.
Hey, Mom. Mom? Mom, you okay?
Good morning, Amy.
Is everything... You all right?
Well, so far, so good. Of course, the day is still young.
So I thought I heard
What?
crying.
Really? Did you check on Lauren?
Lauren's at her father's.
Well, that's odd. I don't know what you heard. It was probably the plumbing or something. I should have been out of here 15 minutes ago.
But I made breakfast.
Oh, no time. Have a good day, dear.
But I made Belgian waffles.
The parenting seminars you'll be doing meet up here. We also have awesome group counseling and high school equivalency classes.
You should take him up on those. Brittany has a real aptitude for math.
What?
Well, you did.
Yeah, in the 2nd grade.
And these are new. It has all our rules, regulations, things like that. You'll want to give it a quick read through. I'm real glad to see you back. I'm gonna start your paperwork. It'll just take a few minutes.
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
Well, it was only for a few days. Me and Connor needed a place to stay.
Why'd you leave?
Started working again. Moved in with a guy. How long you think it is till I can get Connor back?
If you commit to this, show a judge that you intend to turn your life around, I'll go to bat for you this afternoon.
You ever hear from my mom? You know, my real mom.
I was in touch with her for a while. I tried to help her.
She couldn't do it.
She never made it this far, Brittany.
So you're not here in some sort of official capacity, are you? You know, check my blood alcohol content, something like that?
That's a much longer discussion for another day.
Ooh, I can't wait.
No, it's just... Well, I've been trying to talk to Peter about this, but he won't listen. Or he doesn't want to. I need to know about depression. What are the symptoms?
I don't know. Let's see. Change in appetite, insomnia, lethargy.
See? Mom, she has all those. Well, maybe not the lethargy part. She had enough energy to scare off the interior decorator, but all the rest.
It still might not mean anything.
It means she's not eating or sleeping. You know what she has for dinner every night? Nothing. A bowl of popcorn. That's it.
Amy, her fiance died 2 weeks ago.
I know that. Why do you think I'm so worried?
She's not depressed. She's grieving.
But she's not. You see? It's so important to Mom that all of us go on exactly as if everything's normal.
Okay, so that's what she needs right now.
But things aren't. And I know her. Like, you weren't around when Dad died. It's the same thing. She tries so hard to hold it all in, keep everything together, until she can't anymore. Sooner or later, she's gonna fall apart.
Have you talked to her about it?
I tried. She won't talk to anyone.
How do you know?
Well, I don't know. Is she talking to you about Jared?
Not much.
See? She's shutting everyone out.
Not everyone. She's been talking to Charles.
Charles? Charles Duff?
Yeah. Peter said that they had lunch a couple of times this week.
I shouldn't have snuck in the junk food, okay? That was wrong. But enough to get kicked out over?
No, no one's talking about kicking you out. But if the goal of the school is for you to lose weight...
There's more to the school than that. Didn't Miss Margolis tell you?
So you like the school?
I like it so much.
And what about it do you like specifically?
Just... like... everything. Everyone's nice and we all get along well and... It's very comfortable.
What about the academics?
I make good grades.
Do you find the school challenging?
I'm always a good student.
So basically, you like it because everybody's nice.
Please. Don't make me go back to my old school. I never get harassed at this place. I'm not like the fat kid with no friends. I mean, everyone there. Everyone looks like me.
So no one's the fat kid.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Here you go, Mr. Diaz.
I don't understand. You don't need the photo?
To do the rhinoplasty, we would, but we've decided to do something a little different.
Like what?
It's called a fracture reduction.
This fracturing thing is not as good as... Is it?
No, it's not as good, but it will help her. Her fractures will be fused, and she'll be able to breathe normally again.
Doctor, my wife, she keeps asking about her face. Will you be able to?
She'll still need to see a plastic surgeon.
You mean like pay for one?
Well, some of it should be covered by your insurance. You guys don't have insurance, do you?
Maybe I can talk to the doctor or something. You think that might help?
Kyle, when you have a minute?
Let me see what I can do. What's going on?
Do you remember a patient named Rufus White?
Homeless guy, gangrene, lost a toe?
It's about to lose 2 more. I need your help in the ER.
No problem, but I may need your help as well.
There's no quid pro quo here, Kyle.
It's that car wreck victim. Remember, you asked me to assist Dr. Egan, and believe me, I appreciate the opportunity. This girl needs a rhinoplasty. Egan's too busy to do it.
Oh, give me a break. He wants me to cover for him again?
Yeah. He asked me to ask you. He's stuck at Memorial all day and doesn't think he can make it.
You can't keep dumping patients on me like this every time he has to run back to his private practice.
I can get the whole thing set up. Get her moved to the OR. We can do it at night when it's slower.
It's never slower, Kyle. Fine, I'll do it. But you better really need someone. Get the splint ready. And the nasal membrane.
Hold on a second. I almost got it. There it is. That's the way it should look. See? Nasal dorsum right there. Admit it looks good.
It does.
And you love the way I say nasal dorsum.
Oh, you can see right through me.
Nasal dorsum, nasal dorsum, nasal dorsum.
Say it again.
Guys, why don't you two jump each other and just get it over with?
What did you say?
me?
I'm sorry. That was out of line. It's been a long day.
Let's finish this up.
Your mommy's on her way.
Judge wants to start.
Well, he can't start without me, and I'm still out here.
She's not coming. Who'd you line up for a foster family?
I didn't.
What?
I thought she would be here.
Maxine, the girl has a drug problem and a history of not showing up for court dates.
And why do you suppose that is?
Listen, I know you feel responsible for Brittany.
I am responsible for Brittany.
Okay, well, the judge is getting impatient, and Connor needs a place to sleep tonight, so you need to get in there, and I'll find a placement.
Try the Dixons. They have the space, and they're willing to take someone on short notice.
Dr. Egan, I thought you were...
Not here? Well, obviously I am. And imagine my confusion when I walked into the ICU and saw the Diaz girl there recuperating from her rhinoplasty. And the really confusing part? To the best of my recollection, I don't remember doing the operation. And when I checked for my schedule today, guess what? She wasn't on it.
I transferred Anna Diaz off your patient chart.
Kyle, there you are. What's going on?
Your resident has just admitted that he has transferred a patient out of my care completely without my knowledge.
What does he mean? What patient?
The Diaz girl.
Anna Diaz?
Apparently he didn't like my treatment plan. So he removed her from my schedule. The level of insubordination here borders on the criminal, and I intend to talk to the board about this.
He had my authorization.
Yours?
I approved the patient transfer. I should have told you.
I don't believe that.
Well, that's not my problem, is it?
You're making a mistake.
Don't even try to talk to me.
Megan, I don't doubt that you were very happy at Rockwater Academy. No one picks on you, and you feel safe. But you're not going to be able to stay there forever. Eventually, you'll graduate, and you'll have to go back to the same real world with the same prejudices. Now, your advisor has stated that this school is supposed to be temporary, and it's pretty clear to me that you could probably get a better education somewhere else. And if you think the overweight are treated badly in this society, wait till you see what happens to the uneducated. But I'm not going to amend the custody agreement because I find no abuse or neglect, just a very strong difference of opinion. However, I am going to stipulate that Megan can remain at Rockwater only if she abides by the school program and if she shows progress comparable to that of the other students. Otherwise, the school could become a velvet coffin, which rewards Megan for remaining overweight.
I don't understand. What does that mean?
It means she can't stay there if she stays fat.
Well, that's out and out bigotry.
Wait, you send her to a fat farm. The judge is saying she shouldn't stay at the fat farm because it makes her stay fat, and now you're arguing that the ruling isn't fair to fat people. Does anyone else have whiplash from trying to keep this straight?
Mr. Moran, I'm actually not finished. I am also strongly recommending at least one session per week for family therapy for the three of you. And then we will meet back here in 3 months and see how it's going.
So I'm confused. Who won?
I think you all won, Mrs. Moran. You just don't know it yet.
You're not speaking to me, are you?
Too angry to speak with you.
Well, will you listen? Because there actually is an explanation.
Oh, I know the explanation. You didn't agree with Egan, so you decided to go ahead and do what you thought was best without giving a thought to the consequences.
You saw that girl's face. He was gonna do the bare minimum, and that's what she was gonna have to live with. People don't treat their pets that way.
Why didn't you come to me?
Well, I did. That's why.
No! Why didn't you come to me before you made your stupid executive decision? You manipulated me, Kyle.
I didn't want you to say no.
I wouldn't have. Why don't you know that? You're a very good doctor, Kyle. And I'm glad you're here. But there's something about you.
Something irresistible?
Every time I think I'm getting closer to you, you do something stupid or foolish. And I catch just a glimpse of what you must have been like before you got kicked out of med school.
I was an addict back then. I was using.
Back then. What's your excuse now? Please don't screw this up, Kyle. Any of it.
Just got off the phone with the Dixons. Connor's settling in.
I am sorry about that. I should have covered my bases. I made a bad call.
It all worked out. Have Brittany's file?
You should have seen this child at 8 years old. She had the sweetest smile. She fell through the cracks, is what happened. 10 years ago, you weren't here yet. But I went through, something. Depression, I suppose. The doctor said it was a delayed reaction to my husband's death. And he encouraged me. Actually, he insisted that I take some time off, which I had never done. I remember placing Brittany about a week before my sabbatical. By the time I got back, she was somebody else's case. I had 50 new cases to worry about. But she was my responsibility first.
You're keeping that boy safe. That's the best thing you can do for Brittany. You are allowed to have a life, Maxine, so I'm going to say this only one more time. If you decide you want to take more time off, which you won't because you're fine, but if you do, just know you have my blessing.
Thank you.
Now go home.
I'm just packing up.
Maxine, line 2.
Who is it?
She didn't say, but I think she's crying.
This is Maxine Gray. Hello. Brittany, is that you? I can help you, Brittany, when you're ready. But you need to talk to me. All right, you have this number. I'll be here for a while tonight, and I'll be here tomorrow. This is where I'll be. So...
You have any idea what time it is, young lady?
Call me young lady again. And pour me a glass of that, would you?
Where were you?
I was at work. Where do you think I was?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you were at dinner. Sean or Peter? Charles?
Amy, you're upset.
No, I feel like a fool, that's all.
Why?
Because I've been saying, Mom, I'm worried about you. You have to talk to someone. And all along, you were talking to someone. You were talking to Charles, right? And that's good. It is. I just didn't know that you and Charles were so close. That's all.
I didn't tell you. I had this crazy notion that you would feel left out or jealous or something.
Well, that is ridiculous.
Well, of course it is.
You have to deal with this however you deal with this, and it's got nothing to do with me.
Amy, come here.
I understand. I do. No, you lost Jared, and Charles lost his father, and oh, I don't know. I was afraid. Of what? Of losing you.
Amy, I depend on you for so many things you have no idea.
Your fiancé dies and I make it all about me?
Well, yeah, that's one of the things I depend on you for.
Sprout. How is it being back at work? How's it going?
I've had a lousy couple of days.
Tell me.
Oh. There's a girl, chronic runaway. I should be used to it by now, but they're tough.
I had one in my court last week.
Brittany Johnston. I first met her 10 years ago.
আচ্ছা আপনি ওই দিন আপনার আম্মার সামনে আমার লগে এরকম ব্যবহার করছেন কেলা?
আমার ইচ্ছে হয়েছে আমি করছি, আর আমার পিছে ঘুরে লাভ নেই।
কেলা? আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি না, করবো না কেলা।
বেহায়া মেয়ে রে বাবা, তোমার তো আমি ক্লিয়ার করে বলছি যে আমি তোমার বিয়ে করব না।
আরে আপনার আম্মাই তো আমার পছন্দ করতো, তো আপনি শাদি করবেন না কেলা?
তাহলে তারই বিয়েটা করো।
জি জি জি, আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ, কি কইতাছেন? আমি আপনার আম্মারে কেলা শাদি করব? তো আপনারা শাদি করুন। আর আপনি যদি আমার শাদি না করছেন তাহলে কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম আমার হাতে লিখুন।
তোমার যা ইচ্ছা তুমি তাই করো, আমি একদমই ভয় পাই না। আগেরবার মাইনে নিছি, খেলা ছিল দেখা, এটা খেলা না, এটা আমার জীবন। আমি জীবন নিয়ে ছেলে খেলা করতে পারবো না।
আমি হাঁচা হাঁচা কইতেছি, আমি কিন্তু ব্লেড দিয়ে
হাতে পায়ে গলায় মুখে সব জায়গায় যেখানে ইচ্ছা সেখানে লেখো। ইংরেজি বাংলা ফার্সি যেটাতে পারো সেটাতেই লেখো, আমার কিচ্ছু যায় আসে না।
আপনার আমি শেষবারের মতো কইতেছি, আপনার আর বেশি সময় দিব না, শুধুমাত্র 12 ঘন্টা সময় দিলাম। এই 12 ঘন্টার মধ্যে আপনি আপনার মত বদলাইবেন, নাহলে কইলাম আমি হাঁচায় ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম লিখে ফেলাম, আমার কেউ আটকাইতে পারবো না।
আরামসে তুমি সিগারেট টানো, বুঝে নাই শান্তিতে, আর ওদিক দিয়ে কাম সারছে।
কেন কি হইছে?
আরে শুনোস না, ওই মেয়ে তো ডেঞ্জারাস একটা ঘটনা ঘটায় ফেলছে।
লেট দিয়ে হাত কাটছে, এখন কি হইব মামা?
ওই মেয়েটা
বস কি মামা? কোস হাত
কেন? ওই মেয়ের তোর কোনো কথা হয়েছিল?
কালকে রাত্রেবেলা বাসার সামনে এসে দাঁড়ায় ছিল, আমার 12 ঘন্টার আলটিমেটাম দিছে।
এই কিসের আলটিমেটাম দিছে রে? হ্যাঁ,
আরে ওই বিয়াতে রাজি না হইলে কি জানি।
এই কথা তুই আগে কবি না।
আরে আমি কি বুঝছি নাকি?
আরে না বাবার কি আছে, বুঝোস না, মেয়ে তো একটা ডেঞ্জারাস। এখন যদি কিছু হয়ে যায় মামা, আমাকে তো পুলিশে ধরে নিয়ে যাবে।
আমি কি করছি?
ও আমি কি করছি কিছু জানো না? ওই বেটা আইনার মারপে জানো, জীবনে তো থানায় তুই যাস্তে জানবি কেন? থানায় আমি গেছি। ফোন যে কোনো হলে আত্মহত্যা প্ররোচনকারী যেই হোক নাকি, তার নাম যদি একবার থানায় গিয়ে কয় মামা, তাহলে তার খবর আছে। এখন তুই কি করবি তুই চিন্তা করে দেখ।
কি করছে সব? এই লাইলি বাইচা আছে তো?
হ্যাঁ শুনলাম, ও তো বাইচা আছে।
কোন হসপিটাল আছে? আমি যাই একটু দেখা করে আসি।
হসপিটালে যাই দেখা করে, হসপিটাল থাকলে এতক্ষণ তুমি চৈত শিকার ভিত্তা থাকলা, বুঝে নাই? আর তুমি যাই হয়তো বাসায় আছে। এই তুই কি ওর বাসায় যাবি?
তুই যাবি মামা?
হায় রে খোদা, তুমি আইছো। আমি জানতাম তুমি আইবা। আমি লাইলে রে কইছি তুমি আসবা। চ্যাংরা হও আর রক্ত গরম হও, মানুষ তো। তোমার মনের ভিতরে সেই প্রেমটা আছে।
আচ্ছা আমি লাইলির সাথে একটু দেখা করবো।
লাইলির সাথে দেখা করবা?
কেমন আছে ও?
আছে বাবা, আসো আসো, তোমার আমি একটু দেখা করতে আসো।
এইসব কি?
প্লেট দিয়ে তোমার নাম লিখছি, বানান ঠিক আছে?
একদম ঠিক আছে কিন্তু কি বলো বাইক না ভালো হয়েছে না? আমি কিন্তু লাইলিতে কইছিলাম যে লাইলি একটা ছবি তুইলা ওরে পাঠাই দে। ওই কইছে যে না, কিছু জিনিস আছে এগুলো ছবি তুলে পাঠালে সঠিকভাবে দেখা যায় না, সামনাসামনি দেখতে হয়। এর লেগে তো এতক্ষণ ধরে তোমার জন্য অপেক্ষা করতেছি।
এইসব পাগলামির কোনো মানে আছে?
আছে না, তোমার আমি শাদি করব, তুমি আমার শাদি করবা, করবা না?
এই তুমি কি আমার বলদ পাইছো? বলদ এই পাশে দাঁড়ানো লোকটার মতো।
নিলয়, তুমি আমার মামার নিয়ে কি করতেছো?
আমি বলবো তুমি শুনবা। মানে এই যদি তোমার হাত কাটার নমুনা হয়, হ্যাঁ আমি জানলে আমি জীবনেও আসতাম না। আর যদি হাত সত্যি সত্যি কাটতাও তাও আসতাম না, কোনো লাভই হতো না। আমি তোমারে বিয়ে করব না। তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শুধুমাত্র মজা নেওয়া যায়, বাড়ির বউ করা যায় না। তোমার মধ্যে ওই রকম কোনো এলিমেন্টই নাই।
তুমি একটু বেশি বেশি করতেছো না?
এই মাঝখান দিয়ে ঢুকে গেলেন, হ্যাঁ? সাদে কি আপনার মানুষে হাবলু কয়? এর লেগে আপনার হাবলু কয়। আর ঢুকছেন যখন, তখন আমারে না বুঝায় আপনার এই ড্রামাবাজ ভাগ্নিরা বুঝান। আমি ওরে বিয়ে করবো না, আমি মরে গেলে ওরে বিয়ে করবো না। মানে নিজের তো কোনো মান সম্মান নাই, পরিবারের মান সম্মানটা যদি খোয়াইতে না চাও তাহলে এসব বন্ধ করো। সবার সামনে অপমান করবো নাহলে।
থাক ভাগ্নি, তুই কষ্ট পাইস না। হয় তোরা বুঝতে পারে নাই, আর যেদিন বুঝতে পারবো ওই কান্দা বুক চাপড়াইবো, তখন বুঝবো যে কি জিনিস হারাইছি। তুই কান্দিস না ভাগ্নি, একদম কান্দিস না। তুই থাক, আমি আইতাছি, দেখতেছি।
ভাই কি দেখেন?
বাইকটা কি আপনার?
হ্যাঁ আমার ভাই, কি হয়েছে?
নাম্বার প্লেট কই?
সেটা দিয়ে আপনার কি দরকার?
রাইট দেন।
হ্যাঁ রাইট দিই, কি হয়েছে?
বেরিবাদ যাবেন?
না ভাই, এই মুহূর্তে বেরিবাদ যাবো না ভাই।
ভাই চলেন না, আমার মায়ের অসুস্থ।
ভাই আমার রাইড শেষ, আমার পোলার আছে জন্মদিন, আমার তাড়াতাড়ি বাড়ি যাইতে হবে, আমি যাইতে পারবো না। তো আপনি আর একটা রাইড দেখেন, এ নিয়ে যাবে আপনারে।
ভাই বিপদ তার বইলে আসেন, আমার মায়ের অসুস্থ। ভাই আপনার মা অসুস্থ থাকলে কি একজন হেল্প করতো না?
এই মুহূর্তে ভাই এই বেরিবাদে আমার বাড়িটা থাকলো উল্টা দিকে, আমার যাইতে অনেক দেরি হয়ে যাবে।
ভাই একটু স্যাক্রিফাইস করেন না ভাই, আমার মা অসুস্থ, আপনার মা অসুস্থ থাকলে কি আপনি করতেন না?
আরে
একটু বাড়াই দেবো ভাই, চলেন ভাই।
আরে এই সময় বেরিবাদ কেমনে যাবো
ভাই? আয়ান না, আমি তো আপনার সাথে যাইতেছি ভাই, আমার একটু নামাই দিয়ে আসেন, খুব দরকার ভাই। চলেন ভাই।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, চলেন। ভাই কোন দিকে? ভাই আর কোন দিকে যাবো কোন তো? সেই কখন থেকে তো সামনে সামনে করতেছে।
মা, শফিকরে ডাক দাও।
আমার অনেক রাত হয়েছে।
তাহলে একটা কাজ করো, ওর জন্য একটা কেকের পিস রেখে দাও।
আচ্ছা রাইখা দিব না, কাল সকালে তুই দিয়ে আসিস।
মা, মোমবাতি কই?
মোমবাতি আনতে তো ভুলে গেছি একদম।
তাহলে কাজ করো, বাবাকে আনতে কইয়া দাও।
তোর বাপ কি জানে যে কেক কিনে নিয়ে আসছি? আচ্ছা আগে আসুক, তারপরে দোকানে পাঠাবো না মামা।
তাহলে একটা কাজ করি, আমি নিজে গিয়ে নিয়ে আসি।
ছোট মানুষের রাতেবেলা বাইরে যাওয়া নিষেধ তোরে শিখাইছি না?
তাহলে আবার একটা কাজ করো, বাবাকে ফোন দিয়ে কইয়া দাও বেলুন আনতে। আর বলবা যে তাড়াতাড়ি আসতে।
আর একটু অপেক্ষা করি, হ্যাঁ, তারপর কমুনি।
Nhưng mà có rắc nhé. Đùa. Anh đang chưa tôi học thêm mũ quay, đang nhặt mũ để đi quay cái. Đùa. Là sao? À. Ồ, người đánh cờ xong. Đánh cờ xong, bắn Valorant vui. Bắn Valorant. Valorant chửi. Đâu, vào đây. Đó, ra đánh cờ lên mình rồi. Ý là đánh cờ lên mình kiểu ví dụ set bài xong rồi quay lại game ấy, xong rồi chơi game kiểu có cái gì phải chỉnh ở game này thì chỉnh ấy, chứ không phải bị bỏ chơi suốt đây, bỏ ra chơi suốt đây. Em có cái gì khác để chơi đâu. Ai à, có không phải làm cái nhanh nhau. Tao có đánh cùng nhau đâu, tao đánh cùng nhau không. Địch cái này thằng kia chết tao. Ô đây rồi, anh sẽ phải vô kia anh mở quả chưa mua một vật mở quả ép nữa. Và tích thì mời mà. Anh sẽ auto hack chia ngờ mình buồn ngủ lắm, mình buồn ngủ lắm. Bọn anh nói chuyện với nhau thì còn tỉnh nhờ, không bọn anh có người nói chuyện thì mới quay được 9 tiếng 10 tiếng đấy chứ, không thì lỏ lắm. Áo lưng. Vui anh ra mà xịn sao ấy, trời lắc lâu lắm. Không thì do lửa. Lắc. Ê, sao qua này lắc lâu ấy, chôn tao. Lắc lâu vãi, ui lắc lâu lắm. Ui, anh ra mi thích. Wow, sao lắc lâu đấy, gặp mãi không xong. Nó lắc tỷ phát không xong. Gì, anh tưởng cái gì ra giản mi thích. Rồi xin. Đi mua là nói. Ui, anh quay ra mi thích còn lắc tỷ. Nó lắc 1 tỷ lần nó mới xong cái gì á? Cái mặt à? Mình quay mặt đi. Nước cắt rơi thì tía nó vào đây mà. Mày ở trong mày nói luôn cho nhanh. Yes. Anh chửi không? Ôi có chửi không? Của tao máy tao auto là 30 fps thôi mà, có được hơn đâu. Và không chỉnh lên hơn đấy, để đấy từ gốc rồi. Hình như chỉnh lên là mất tiền, là thêm money rồi. Anh chưa về cũ à? Anh bảo ra mình thích người vui, anh ác quỷ à? Mà lắc thực sự lâu anh tưởng lag cơ, nhưng mà không, mua sử ra một con siêu xịn. Được, không nào lại cần gì nhau like không cao càng tốt rồi, mà hậu like không cao càng tốt mà. Thôi ai về work theo vận hành chứ này. Đúng nhỉ? Đúng nhỉ? Ai đi mua đồ cơ? Bắn. Xong rồi lắc màn hình xong rồi ấn space ấy, ấn space cho đầy cái thanh trên xong bay nhanh xong game. Ấn space cho đầy thanh rồi, đầy thanh cái đây nó tự bút xong rồi thôi, ấn cái đầy nhanh. Đó đấy, anh mà mở chiếc xịn rồi ơi, anh mở chiếc xịn rồi, anh bay anh ác quỷ rồi. Ui sự ác quỷ em ơi, anh bay sự ác quỷ đấy, anh còn chưa bút nữa. Rồi Vũ thấy anh không? Vũ mày nhìn thấy anh không? Vũ có nhìn thấy anh không? Tù góc trái Vũ. Không ai biết gì đâu, chứ con tù với ai biết gì đâu. Thực sự không ai biết gì đâu Tuấn. Không có giữa màn hình nhá. Đờ không có, không thể nào phân biệt được đâu. Yes sir, không giữa màn hình. Không ai biết gì đâu. Nhưng mà lúc ấn auto mình vẫn di chuyển được nó mà sao đâu gì ấy. Là 9 à? Đâu? Đúng rồi mà. Bay thấp, mấy đồng mày bay thấp, còn đồng bay như thầy chơi. Từ hôm sáng nay thầy mới chơi mà, thầy xịn biết. Gì thầy mấy có thích, vừa thầy mở có thích sự lắc sự lâu ấy. Ôi à. Bình chi linh. Thôi dài sẽ kiếm 750 tỏi đấy. Wow thà. Ui bao nhiêu năm vậy? Để xem bao nhiêu năm. 20 tỏi. 20 tỏi. Chia chi. Phải nói khác à? Yes. What? Sao không? Ok, thấy tao bảo Vũ lần trước không hỏi mày lâu, mày cũng bảo tao là mày bảo là cái yêu rồi thì xóa đi. Nhặt tí năng lượng á, nhặt một tí, nhưng mà tí năng lượng á, xong rồi bay được. Anh nói chưa mà? Nó đi ăn rồi, đi ăn. Nó đi ăn mà. Nó ngủ cả sáng rồi, qua xem nó bóng. Ủa, vẫn chơi mà. Vẫn chơi. Nó chơi bình thường mà. Mà là không thân thôi. Ủa, loser mà. Quỷ ác quỷ. Dạ. Đó, xá rồi, hiếu khuyên luôn. Ôi rồi. Người ta chắc là xấu vãi biết. Xấu vãi biết. Xong rồi. Đây là 6 2k3 già rồi, giờ ta chỉ giữ được 2k6 bên lộn ôi thấy ra cái tên lửa vui lại quay lại với tên lửa. Cuộc sống của tôi lại quay trở lại với tên anh bay 30 tỷ Vũ. Anh ác quỷ nhìn thấy anh không? Quỷ mà sự quỷ ấy 22 lắm. Chả sao đâu, nó không bị hiện này. Điều chỉnh chút khung hình đấy bình. Hôm qua đọc từ cả là đánh danh cao thủ và đánh danh cao thủ. Không có. Bình thường thì nào được mà, chỉ là lập nick lấy nick mới chơi được mà. À, xem phim rồi không vậy? Giờ xem phim vừa chơi cái này được không vậy? Mình không biết mình có phải là cái học mình không biết là có. Yes. Đâu? Yes. Nhiều cái mới. Yes. Thực sự là lên Hà Nội phát là có nhiều cái đấy, có nhiều cái đấy. Hoàng Minh nó hóa thành Thanh Phạm này, cộng một Thanh Phạm. Anh phải bay á. Yes sir. Được không? Ghê vậy thầy. Chơi rồi không gọi thầy. Từ có một con màu đen này vui, anh cần quay ra cái con màu đen này cơ. Quay này. Thôi anh tích tiền lên nhân quân mới 750 tuổi à. Anh có 100 tuổi rồi. Đợt này thôi, một tiền này sao? Sợ đây em, anh vào cái trận này. Binh 33 để mấy tuổi. Quê mới lên, ta chỉ phải đi quân sự. Quân sự sắp. Cờ đấy, cờ sắp đi rồi. Cờ mang cái kia đi. Cái gì vậy? Không biết. Ai hỏi? Wow. Chụp quá. Chụp nó sao đâu?